Good morning children, this is 5th standard English class. In our previous class we have completed our lesson 7, that is Grandfather Fish Secrets to a Long Life, and today's our topic is finding the theme. Finding the theme. In this, to find a theme, what we need? Message. What is the message the fable gives us, and what are the supporting details? Supporting details means evidence. For this message, what is the evidence? For example, what is the message we got through this fable, children? That we have to listen to the advice of the grandparents or any elders. Listen to the advice of elders. This is the message they have given in this fable. And what are the supporting details? What are the supporting details? Listen to the advice of elders. In this fable, young fish did not listen to the grandfather, right? He did not listen to the advice of the grandfather. Because he did not listen to the advice of grandfather, what happened? It have died. The young fish died. Yes or no? Suppose if the young fish listened to the advice of the grandfather, then what might be the ending? That it will live a long life, right? Because it did not listen to the advice of grandfather, what happened? The young fish died in the end of the story. This is the supporting details for this message. Okay. Now open your workbook, children. We are going to see S1 story which we read, The Ant and the Grasshopper. For that, what is the message and what are the supporting details we are going to see. Okay, open your workbooks, children. Block number 22, F2. Write the date as 2021. 2021 S2, finding the theme. See here, children, read the fable The Grasshopper and the Ants in S1 and fill in the table below. In our previous class we read this story, right? And now from this story we are going to write the theme of the fable, and we are going to support by giving the evidences. How can we find message of a story, children? How can we find message of the story or theme of the story? To find the message of a story, we should look at what happens to the main character. Who is the main character here in the story? Grasshopper and the ant. Okay. Remember, first, to get the message of a story, to find the message of a story, we should look what happens to the main character of the story at the end. So here, who is the main character? Grasshopper. What happened to her? It spent her summer in hunger only, right? If something bad happens to the main character, the message may be to not make the same mistake as the character. That means here this is giving the message for us, right? What is right, what is wrong. And we are learning something from this, that we should not be lazy. Whenever we have time, we have to do our work or complete the work. If something bad happens to the main character, the message may be to not make the same mistake as the character. If something good happens to the main character, the message could be that we should do what the character does in the story. Now here in this story, the ending was good or bad, children? The ending was bad because the grasshopper was suffering with hunger, right? And what did you learn from it? Laziness only you have learned, right? Yes? You have learnt that you should not be lazy, and whenever you have to complete the work, you have to complete beforehand. So, that is the lesson you have learnt from this story. Yes, because at the end of the story, the main character had learnt a lesson because it did something wrong. Now, if at all there is something which is good at the end of the story, then what? We should learn what is the good thing in the story. You should learn what is the good thing in the story. In this, what is the good thing about the ant? That how it worked hard whenever it and it was storing its food for next season, right? For the winter. The message of a story is called its theme, children. What it is called? It is called the theme. In a fable, the theme is the life lesson that the story teaches us. Now from this theme, what did you learn? That you should not be lazy, you have to work hard and you have to complete the work beforehand or whenever the time is there, right? Same like this, if you learn, will this moral useful for only for particular time or for your lifetime? Yes, this type of morals are useful for you for the lifetime. It teaches the lesson for lifetime. Okay. Now, same in the story, grandfather's fish secret to a long life. In that story, what had happened? What is the fable? In that story, did the life change in the end? In the end, it changed. Then a possible theme could be that cleverness can get you out of big troubles. Now we are going to write the theme of the story here and supporting the theme, supporting evidence for this theme, whatever we write over here. And this is of which story we are going to write? The grasshopper and the ant. See here, children, I wrote the theme of the fable and the supporting evidence for this theme. If you spend all your time in playing when you should be working, you are sure to get into a trouble. What is the supporting evidence for it? The grasshopper uses all his time in summers to play and sing. He doesn't collect food in summer, so will now die of hunger in winters. So, this is the theme of the fable and this is the evidence. What will happen if it won't follow the theme? See the next question. Suppose we change the ending of the fable in S1 to the ants shook their heads with disbelief but felt pity for the foolish grasshopper. They took him to their anthill and fed him some food. Would the theme of the story change? Why or why not? What could the new theme be? Explain your answer. Now, suppose the ending of the story, if we change, in this story, what happened? The ant just shook its head and left. But in place of that, if the ant took the grasshopper to ant hill and feed him, what will happen? The grasshopper will be lazy like that only, and it will not be hunger anymore. See here, children, if the ending is changed, then the fable can have more one more theme. The ants, by doing good to the grasshopper, would set examples of good behavior that can be followed. The new themes would be show pity and share things with others who need it. Once again, I am reading, just check, children. If the ending is changed, then the fable can have one more theme. The ants, by doing good to the grasshopper, would set example of good behavior that can be followed. The new theme would be pity and share things with others who need it. Okay, by this I'll complete the session, children. Meet you in the next class with the topic connecting with the theme. Okay, thank you.